So then the movies just keep coming.
Yeah, Con Air. I love that.
Con Air was next.
Hey, every flight I take anywhere, the first thing the pilot will ask me, "Are you gonna behave?" Or it's Johnny 23.
Right. That was with Nicolas Cage and
Yeah.
John Malkovich. And then, I mean, there's
It's
so
so
many.
funny.
There's
That
so
movie,
many more.
they got every wannabe tough guy in Hollywood,
Yeah.
right? And everything. If you spit, somebody would try to spit further, and then pretty soon 30 people are spitting. You know what I mean? It was like everything, a push up. So there was a guy named Benny Urquidez, who was a 5-time world kickboxer, and he was John Cusack's sensei. And people don't know it. John Cusack is a bad mother. John Cusack can sling them, right? But he would always come at lunch because that's when everybody was like hanging out, right? He would always come and get me, and we'd walk off. He goes, "What's your how come?" He said, "Dan, you grew up with my older brother. I know you're a bad sport, and you don't play well with others. So let's stay out of the competition." So nobody played practical jokes on me or.
Okay. And then, I mean, like, I'm just looking at this filmography. He just keeps going. Anaconda.
That was awesome. That was with J-Lo. That was
J-Lo. And Ice Cube.
Yeah, Ice Cube. He's my pal, but J-Lo was awesome. And she's still awesome.
Yep. Replacement Killers.
Yeah. Chow Yun-Fat.
Chow Yun-Fat, who was the biggest star in China at the time.
It's so funny because I was working out at the weight pit in Venice, and they had this tour from China or somewhere, I don't know, and they all were yelling, "Chow Yun-Fat, Chow Yun-Fat," and I'm looking. They were talking about that I had the privilege of working with him, right? So I'm signing autographs and taking pictures, and they're all talking about I got to work with Chow, and he is. You know what? That's the guy that people try to be like, because he goes. I've watched people. I always did it, and he saw that I did it. And we do it. It's like you go say hello to everybody on the set. Everybody.
Well, you know, along with all these kind of gangster roles, you started doing Spy Kids movies.
That was awesome.
And you actually played Machete.
Yeah.
In those
Uncle
Spy Kids?
Machete.
Uncle Machete. And then you were in. I mean, I'm skipping around a little bit, but then there was Triple X.
That was, you know what? Actually, that was Vin Diesel invited me on that.
Yep.
And he was cool because he was supposed to do Reindeer Games, and he was gonna cross into, what was he gonna cross into? He was gonna cross into Fast and the Furious. I said, "What the fuck you do? Get the fuck out of here, man!" He said, "Well, I don't want to leave a setting. You ain't been on camera."
Yeah.
You know, and you ain't right for this role anyway. They had him kind of as a goofy guy, and he's not a goofy guy. You know what I mean? It's like, and so he left. You know, he says, "I'm leaving."
Right. And
So
I actually just saw Reindeer Games for the first time.
Yeah.
I think like last week, just randomly.
But, yeah,
Forgot,
cool.
it was
I
a great
love
film,
teasing.
man. Like, so many twists and turns.
God, I
and,
love teasing Charlize.
Yeah.
Because we're all in our Levi's and so we got thermal underwear and parkas and shit, right? She's in like a little short skirt with nylon stockings, and I would go up to her and I go, "It's fucking crazy how they're treating us actors." She said, "Get away from me, Danny, before I stab you."
Well, you were also in Once Upon a Time in Mexico.
Johnny Depp, yeah.
Another Robert Rodriguez.
Yeah.
So Robert just loves you.
Are you a Mexican or a Mexican?
Robert just loved working with you, I guess.
Yeah, he's pretty cool. We had a pretty good run. We did about 11 movies together.
11 movies.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, and then in 2004 came, I mean, what's considered one of the greatest comedies of all time, Anchorman.
Oh yeah, he was so funny. I don't speak Mexican. I feel sorry for him because if he walks into a room, everybody starts laughing. He just has you know what? God gave him a laughing aura. So when you look, you just start, and he's not funny looking or nothing, but he's just a funny guy.
So then in 2002, you're in Machete.
Yeah.
And was that your first starring role where you're the main guy on the poster,
Number
not a
one,
supporting
number
role,
one on the
not
call
the tough
sheet,
guy
yeah.
on the side, the prisoner, the killer.
Yeah.
It's actually starring Danny
Yeah.
Trejo. How did it feel? Because by 2010, you had been acting now for
Since 1985.
25 years. Yeah. 25 years in to get your first starring role. How did that feel?
It meant you had to work every day. You know what I mean? Usually you show up 3 days and you're gone. And it meant that this is your movie. This is your movie. And that means that you have to help everybody on that set, and because you want everybody to do the best job they can. So, we were doing like 100, it was like 120 degrees in Texas during the summer, and we were on the tarmac of an airport. So, it was 130 or something. It's ridiculous. I mean, people are almost fainting. Seagal, I kept taking him water, and Michelle Rodriguez, all of them, they were all like just unbelievable troopers.
How many people did you kill in that movie?
God, I don't know.
Did you ever count?
Me and Jessica Alba. I got even for every time I died in the movies. I'll tell you how much. And
it must have been at least 100 people that died.
Jessica Alba's, oh God, she's so beautiful, and it's so funny when people. I meet people, right, and they come up and say, "Man, I thought you were taller." I say, "I'm tall enough to kiss Jessica Alba."